I used to be that agent who dreaded surveys. No matter how hard I tried, I kept getting detractors. There was even this time when my team leader back then in retail changed my name sa production floor. My real name, by the way, is Noemi, and Oemie, and he changed it to Yes Me. So, 'di ba, yung starting name ko is NO, so pinalitan niya ng yes. Kasi sa survey namin back then sa retail ay yes or no lang yung isasagot ng customer. So, I have this moment when I kept receiving negative surveys, like puro no, no, no talaga yung natatanggap ko and walang yes. So, pinalitan yung aking pangalan ng Yes Me sa Prods so we could attract more promoters. And yeah, today I'll share with you the real strategies that helped me improve my TNPS score and avoid negative surveys. First, we need to understand what drives negative surveys. Bakit nga ba tayo nagkakaroon ng negative surveys? So, Harvard Business Review found that emotion plays a bigger role in customer feedback than resolution itself, which means that customers often give bad surveys not because of what happened in the call, during the call, but how it made them feel. So, as I always say, kapag ka ginawa mo na yung best mo yet hindi mo natulungan si customer, there is a likelihood na magpo-promoter pa rin siya dahil naramdaman niya yung effort mo. Unlike sa tinulungan mo nga siya pero parang hindi niya naman na-feel yung presence mo while helping the customer. Yun yung parang dun ka pa magkaka-detractor. Kaya dati, parang nagtataka ako, bakit gano'n? Resolve naman yung issue, okay naman ako sa call and all that. Pero, yung pala, nag-detractor pa rin si customer. So, eto yung top 3 reasons for negative surveys based on actual studies talaga. Number 1 is lack of empathy. Number 2 is repetition of information. And number 3 is long resolution time or dead air. And I believe yung tatlong to ang isa sa mga rason kung bakit kahit resolve ko yung issues ng mga customers na nakakausap ko back then ay nagkakaroon pa rin talaga ako ng detractor. Now, how do we fix these three major reasons for negative surveys? So, number one is, of course, master empathy statements with proper tone of voice. So even if you can't fix the problem right away, showing emotional intelligence reduces negative survey chances by up to 40%. So according to research by the Journal of Service Research, show that a sincere tone plus empathy drastically improves customer perception. Let me give you an example. So instead of "I understand your concern," try saying, "I totally get how frustrating that must feel, Laura. Let me take care of this for you right now." So here's a pro tip. Empathy plus action will lead to satisfaction. So, yun, tandaan natin palagi na kapag nagpakita tayo ng emotional intelligence sa customer, mababawasan na agad nun yung chance niya mag-survey ng negative ng 40%. So, 60% na lang yung effort na kailangan natin gawin sa rest ng call natin. Okay? So, always remember this, empathy plus action is equals to satisfaction. Tip number 2 is to avoid repetition by summarizing early. Do you know that repetition is a top survey killer? Kapag pinapaulit-ulit natin yung customer palagi, naiirita sila at most likely natatandaan nila yan sa entire duration ng call nyo. And sa pagkairita niya, tatanda niya, sabihin niya, pagdating ng survey nito, bibigyan ko to ng detractor. Char. Kaya, ayun, behavioral studies suggest customers feel ignored when they have to repeat. Kasi 'di ba, ikaw ba naman, kwento niya na lahat sa'yo, tapos hindi mo naintindihan, so papaulitin mo na naman siya. Kahit siguro ako, mawawala ng gana, 'di ba? So, kailangan talaga may active listening skills tayo. So, you can use this line, Just to make sure I got this right, you're calling because, and then you state the reason for the call, and then after that, is that correct? So this builds trust and reduces repetition before it starts. Alright, so ito yung paraphrasing na sinasabi. Make sure na nakikinig ka ng maigi, tapos uulitin mo yung sinabi niya to confirm understanding. And always, always do this. Tip number three is to avoid dead air because dead air is equals to dead score. Long silences without explanation is a big no-no. According to a study from the University of Washington, explained hold time is perceived 60% shorter than silent hold. Mas okay na sinasabi mo na i-hold mo sila at may mention mo kung ilang minuto mo silang i-hold, mas maikli yon sa pakiramdam ng customer as compared sa tahimik ka lang dun sa gilid at wala kang sinasabi at all, just busy ka lang talaga sa ginagawa mong process. So, here's a spiel that you can say. Let me pull up this up real quick. This might take about 30 seconds, but I'll keep you updated. 'Di ba? Sinabi mo real quick, madali lang. Sinabi mo kung ilang minuto sila maghihintay, 30 seconds, tapos sinabi mo na i-update mo sila from time to time. So this keeps the customer mentally engaged to it, which will avoid frustration, and in turn matutuwa siya sa'yo, and we will avoid receiving negative surveys for sure. Tip number four is to personalize the experience. According to a 2023 Salesforce report, it showed that personalization increases customer satisfaction by 66%. So what you can do is to use their name, mention previous calls if available, or refer to their location when appropriate. For example, I see you've been with us since 2010. Thanks for staying with us, Laura. So even small touches like that boost survey positivity significantly. And I did this most of the time. Actually, tinuro to sa amin back then nung nag-work pa ako sa VXI. Dapat minimension natin kung gaano sila katagal sa atin and minimension natin yung pangalan nila kasi that means na alam mo talaga na importante sila kasi ganito na sila katagal sa company. And at the same time, personable ka kasi or personalized siya kapag ka mini-mention mo yung name nila. Sino ba naman ang gustong tawagin ng mom and mom and mom all the time? Siyempre, mas gusto natin na tinatawag tayo by our first name. Here are naman the things that you need to avoid at all costs. Number one is interrupting the customer. When they are speaking, let them speak. 'Di ba, makinig ka lang or magbigay ka lang ng mga verbal cues like, things like that. Sounding defensive or dismissive. Huwag masyadong defensive kasi lalong maiirita si customer niyan. Over-promising and under-delivering. Mas okay pang sakto lang yung sinabi mo tapos nag-over-deliver ka kaysa naman nag-over-promise ka tapos ending, di naman pala na-resolve. 'Di ba? And lastly, using filler words like basically too often. Like, paulit-ulit mo na sila sa, basically, di ba nakakairita yon. And ako, personally, lagi kong ginagamit yung word na so, mga ganyan. Nakakaano siya, nakakasira ng um, mood ng kausap. Kaya, as much as possible, dapat aware tayo sa sinasabi natin. So, what you can do instead is to take ownership of the call. For example, say, let me fix this for you, instead of saying, our system won't allow it. 'Di ba? Next is smile while speaking, while talking to the customer. You need to smile all the time. Kahit na irritable ka na sa customer, mag-smile ka pa rin kasi it shows in your voice. Alam nila kung nakasmile ka or hindi. Ako, as I am recording this, can you guess if nakasmile ba ako or not? Let me know sa comments. And of course, always end your call with positive energy. Like you can say, is there anything else I can do to make this a 10 out of 10 experience for you today? 'Di ba? Parang fishing na to, but this is another way for you to get more promoters and avoid detractors. Kasi kapag sinabi nilang hindi ako satisfied sa service mo today, then pwede mo pang tanungin, ano ba yung magagawa ko pa para ma-improve pa yung service today? At kapag nagawa mo yon, na-deliver mo yon, then magkakaroon ka talaga ng positive survey. And there you have it. I hope that you've learned something from this video. If yes, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you have video suggestions, feel free to comment them below in the comment section. I promise to reply to each of those. And of course, if you have video suggestions, I would appreciate if you could share that as well, because I promise you I'll create a future video related to that. And yeah, I have lots and lots of playlists in my channel related to call center tips and techniques, get hired tips and techniques, as well as questions and answers. So if you would like to learn more about those or watch those, then I'll put the link of those in the description box down below, as well as in the comments section. And yes, I'll talk to you next time. Bye!